Hey everybody, welcome back to the weekly Roundup, where I will try and answer a couple of the most common questions that you asked me during this week during my visits. And let's go ahead and jump into it. Is it okay to open my sterilizer if it hasn't completed that drying cycle? And the quick and easy answer is no. Once you open it prior to all the instruments being dry, and if there's any moisture left on those bags or on the cassettes or however you've put them in there, then you've pretty much negated the sterilization process, because anything airborne can land on those instruments and get trapped by the water that's still on there. So by no means should we ever open our sterilizer up before the cycle is completely dry. If you're having issues with your instruments always coming out wet and not drying, let me know, because we might need somebody to come out and take a look. Usually it's just some easy maintenance done, maybe replace the door gasket, something like that. But always reach out if you're having an issue with that, or if you're having too much moisture coming out around the top or the bottom of the sterilizer when it's done. We've got some options to help with that as well. So one of the big hot topics these days is transitions, and whether if you've been practicing for 10 years or 30 years or 40 years, we want it to always be kind of in the back of your mind, or obviously if you're at 30 or 40 years, it's probably going to be closer to the top of mind. But how do I transition? What's the best route? Well, never recommend just closing your doors and walking away, because you didn't work that hard to lock it out and call it quits. But we've got some options. We've got some people that we work very, very closely with. And I'm going to leave contact information in the notes. But I always want you to be thinking about that, and let's sit down and talk about it. Even if it's a matter of bringing in somebody, if let's say you've owned the practice for a few years, you're growing and you need an associate. So we want to be able to help you out in the best way that we know how in bringing in that associate to transition in. You may want them to buy in, you may not. So there's a lot of things that we need to go over, and that's what I'm here to help with. Thank you for trusting me enough to ask me some of these hard questions and important questions. And again, look forward to doing this with you on a weekly basis. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as if you have a question that we haven't answered yet, or something that's on the top of your mind, email me, text me, or ask me when I come in to visit. Have a great weekend, everybody.